Just glad we're wrapping up a work week, and so ever so glad that we're talking about some beautiful, albeit out of character, above average weather for tomorrow. Short-lived. We've actually got a cold front that we knew was coming, and it was going to put a damper on things relatively quickly. It's weakening, and it's also a little ahead of schedule. We're still talking about 55 degrees in the neighborhood tomorrow. A lot of sunshine, some winds to keep in mind as well, and an updated forecast that you'll need to hear as we've got a winter threat around the corner. Headlines tonight include indictments. Magoffin and Johnson County will be outlining a few. Also, a couple of other stories as well, and a whole lot of news to squeeze in. A new field office that's going to be here for quite some time throughout the duration of the project in Magoffin County, and much, much more. So we do indeed have a lot of ground to cover. We had the identification of two individuals involved in two fatal incidents in Rowan County in eastern Kentucky. We know that the ID has been released officially of a person killed in a fatal auto accident earlier on Thursday. As a matter of fact, yesterday around 5 o'clock, Kentucky State Police said they got a call of a single vehicle accident, rather of a motor vehicle accident on I-64 just east of Moorhead. Troopers from the Kentucky State Police and other law enforcement agencies responded. 27-year-old Michael Henderson from Kodak, Tennessee, was said to have been operating a 2007 Ford Explorer. He was traveling westbound on I-64 when he lost control of his vehicle, causing it to roll over an embankment. Michael Henderson was pronounced dead at the scene by the Rowan County coroner, John Northcutt. Deanna Henderson, 63 years of age, from Huntington, West Virginia, was taken from the scene by ambulance to the St. Clair Medical Center and then transferred to the UK hospital. 3 juveniles were also taken from the scene to the St. Clair Medical Center and then on to UK as well. Drugs or alcohol are not believed to have been a factor in the accident. It remains under investigation. Once again, the victim identified as 27-year-old Michael Henderson. We also have the identity of a man killed in a structure fire in Moorhead. Family members of a man killed in a trailer fire in Rowan County early this morning say that neighbors saw flames coming from a mobile home, a camping trailer, I believe, of sorts in Moorhead sometime around 5 o'clock this morning and called 911. Gary Brickles, known as Hanky to friends and family, was said to have died inside that trailer, while his brother, Ollie Brickles, known as Buzz to friends and family, was pulled out by someone nearby and taken to the UK Medical Center. They say that he is in stable and good condition and is expected to recover from his injuries, which were non-life-threatening. Just earlier this afternoon, before I sat down at this desk, developments on the national level setting the stage for a historic ruling as the Supreme Court says it will decide whether same-sex couples nationwide have a right to marry under the Constitution, as they will review an appellate ruling that upheld bans on same-sex unions in 4 states. The case is going to be argued in April. They say a decision should be handed down sometime late in the month of June of this year. 14 states. There are 14 states where gay and lesbian couples are not allowed to marry. Kentucky is one. Also, Tennessee, Ohio, Michigan being some of the others, with the number of states that permit same-sex marriage nearly doubling in just the past 3 months alone as a result of federal and state court rulings. The justice's decision last October to turn away same-sex marriage appeals allowed some of those rulings to take effect. Florida, for example, just last week became the 36th state to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples. The justices say they're going to consider whether the Constitution requires states to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples and whether states must recognize same-sex marriages that are performed in other states. The appeals before the court come from gay and lesbian plaintiffs in several states, including Kentucky and Ohio and Tennessee. The federal appeals court that oversees those states upheld their same-sex marriage bans in November, reversing pro-gay rights rulings of federal judges in all those mentioned states. 10 other states also prohibit such unions. In Arkansas, Mississippi, Missouri, South Dakota, and Texas, judges have struck down anti-gay marriage laws, but they remain in effect pending appeals. In Missouri, same-sex couples can marry in St. Louis and in Kansas City, but only those 2 cities in that state. Louisiana is the only other state that has seen its gay marriage ban upheld by a federal judge. There have been no rulings on lawsuits that are pending in North Dakota, Nebraska, Georgia, and Alabama. Local news starts after these words. I received an agenda from Sagersville City Hall earlier this afternoon as it relates to a meeting next week of the City Council of Sagersville set for Tuesday evening at 7. Monday is Martin Luther King Day, and I would expect that being the reason for a meeting to be slated for Tuesday. Several items on the agenda, including annexation, municipal insurance premium taxes, employee insurance coverage and costs, review of membership of city boards, occupational licenses, and a great deal of other items on the. I believe this will be the first meeting of the year for the Sagersville City Council. They'll also be setting the meeting time and date for the rest of the meetings for 2015 as well. It's still a national story, and it's one that continues to grow and add fear for the families involved as it relates to two teenagers who were, as I told you last night, reported to have been in South Carolina near the Myrtle Beach area, but no more. They have most recently been spotted in Georgia. Just about every major news outlet, and possibly every major news outlet, is picking up the story of a young Kentucky couple, sweethearts, 13 and 18 years of age, and how they have been on a crime spree now for weeks, with a great deal of fears building that it's going to get much worse as far as the potential of someone getting hurt or worse. It all started with 13-year-old Cheyenne Phillips and 18-year-old Dalton Hayes. They have been missing and on the run since she was first reported missing on the 3rd day of this month. On the 4th, they allegedly destroyed thousands of dollars of property. They stole a truck and then crashed it through a farm, causing a great deal of damage and leaving it behind, stealing a 2006 red Toyota Tacoma with a firearm inside. They weren't seen until January the 12th, when they were caught on video surveillance cashing a stolen check, I believe 2, at the Manning Walmart in South Carolina. Small town, about 4,000 people. They cashed 2 relatively small checks, only purchasing small items, some mints or gum, and then getting $20 extra on the check. 2 days later, on the 14th, we have since learned a resident in Henry County, Georgia, called 911 after spotting that red Tacoma on their property, and it appeared to have been abandoned. They realized it was stolen out of Kentucky. The teens apparently had already fled that scene, and they believe there's no evidence to support it, but they believe they're the ones responsible for stealing a silver 2001 Toyota Tundra pickup truck that was reported missing just a few doors down from where their abandoned red Toyota pickup truck was found. No witnesses to confirm that, but that is, of course, the lead that they're going on. It's also been reported there were several guns inside that second vehicle that was stolen as well. While the incidents in Georgia actually took place on Wednesday, we just heard about them today, and of course it was yesterday that authorities here in Kentucky were releasing surveillance video and footage and clips of that Manning Walmart incident and encounter. As of today, Henry County Police in Georgia say they have no leads other than the stolen pickup truck and no idea as to whether or not they're still in their state. In a follow-up from one of last night's reports, I had an indictment returned by the City of Magoffin County Grand Jury tonight. I'll add 2 more to that list, as well as 2 from the Johnson County area. The Magoffin County Grand Jury also formally indicted Marvin D. Miller of Royalton yesterday on a charge of flagrant non-support. The indictment reads that he has been charged as a result of persistently failing to provide support for which he can reasonably provide and which he knows he has a duty to provide by virtue of a court or administrative order to his minor children in arrearage of $10,549 and some change. This is a period of non-support from November of 91 through November of 2014. He was actually first taken into custody on the 12th and lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center, arrested by Floyd County officials is what jail records indicate. The 57-year-old jailed since the 12th. The indictment on the Magoffin County charge was not released until yesterday, so it's with some uncertainty as to why he was actually taken into custody on the 12th. It only lists that there was a bench warrant in his name at that time, but he was still lodged in the Big Sandy Regional Jail as of airtime this evening. Another individual also indicted in Magoffin County yesterday. One of the 3 indictments was a Denny Pack of West Liberty for theft by deception for reportedly writing a check in the amount of $883, knowing that it would not be valid, to Brown's Food Service Incorporated. While in Johnson County, several indictments returned by their sitting grand jury, including 2, one against a mother and the other against the mother's boyfriend, both indicted for allegedly harming and beating a toddler to the point that the small child had to be taken to the area hospital. 38-year-old Alicia Burchett Meek of Boones Camp was indicted on charges of criminal abuse, first-degree complicity, and being a persistent felony offender. Meanwhile, to the right of her boyfriend, 22-year-old Dustin Crum, says authorities, also from the Boones Camp area, says authorities, was indicted on charges of criminal abuse in the first degree with complicity, and being a persistent felony offender. Their indictment reads that on the 1st of December, they both had some direct responsibility, for causing serious physical injury to Meek's child, to the point that the child was taken to the hospital. Specific details were not released as of airtime. The indictments also say, however, that Crum, by himself on November the 18th, a few weeks prior, was responsible for abusing that same child, causing at that time, again, serious physical injury. And the Johnson County Sheriff's Department confirmed to me earlier today that Dustin Crum has a history going back to 2011. It was then that he was arrested in Johnson County for charges of criminal abuse related to another small child, an infant around the age of 1. More headlines in a moment. Right now, announcements brought to you on behalf of our McGoffin Farm Bureau sponsored community calendar, and these announcements begin with a happy anniversary wish. And it reads as follows. I want to wish my papa and mama, Rooster and Mary Rowe, happy 40 years. Allison and I truly love you both to the moon and back. Love Addison, not Allison. Love Addison, Savannah, and family and friends. A happy 40th anniversary to Rooster and Mary Rowe. I'll have another little reminder about the goings-on tomorrow at the McGoffin County High School, but let me give you this little update. It is related. The McGoffin County Hornets fell to Paintsville last night by 19 on Paintsville's home court. Paintsville Tigers won 65-46. Now, the Lady Hornets are in action tonight. They're hosting Sheldon Clark. That's always fun to watch. Tip-off set for 7:30. Tonight is one more chance, not the last, but one more chance you can get a chance to win some UK tickets. 4 tickets. Let me back it up. To Upper Arena, to Lower Arena. Donated to the McGoffin County High School dance team. It's a fundraiser. Find a dance team member. Buy a chance to win 2 tickets for the February 3rd Georgia-UK matchup. Compliments of C&R Ashland Office Supply. Now, with that said, another reminder for you. A very important one. The Big Sandy Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program needs you. They need your help. They need volunteers, advocates for residents of nursing homes, personal care homes, and family care homes. To find out more about how you can help, call 1-800-737-2723 or Jamie, Jaime, .welch@bigsandy.org. That will get you the help you need as well. And please call me anytime you've got a calendar announcement. You can mail them as well, and phone, fax, email, Facebook, or drop them off here at the newsroom, our studio, just above the Sagersville Post Office on East Maple Street. Turning to funeral service announcements this Friday, 71-year-old Donnie Monroe Howard of Barnett's Creek passed away on the 13th, survived by his wife, Nebraska Roark Howard, sons Billy, Donnie, Michael, and Brad, and daughters LaDonna Ossip and Ginger Howard. Services will be tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Visitation is for the rest of this evening and up until services start tomorrow, all of which from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And our friends at the McGoffin County Funeral Home have forwarded me a partial announcement in honor of 55-year-old Alan Lee Bowling of Dayton, Ohio, formerly of McGoffin County. I'm told that Alan passed away on today's date. Arrangements are incomplete at this time, but to be set soon by the McGoffin County Funeral Home. You'll be able to go to McGoffinCountyFuneralHome.com over the course of the weekend to find out more about final arrangements. I'll be right back. And before we wind up the program and wrap it up with definitely an updated forecast and maybe some other news, a quick reminder about tomorrow's regional dance competition, this year being hosted by the McGoffin County High School. That's right. I've been asked to remind everyone that tomorrow the regional dance competition is being hosted by the Magafa County High School. It makes its way around to all the participating high schools, meaning it won't be back in Magafa County for 5, 6 years or so at least. It's 15th, or the 14th, 15th, and 16th region. The doors open at 11 tomorrow. The competition starts at noon, and a whole lot of schools from a whole lot of areas: Johnson Middle and High, Pikeville Middle and High, Magafa County High School and Harold Whitaker, Adams Middle, Peaburg High, Cowan Middle, Dorton Middle, Letcher High, and some exhibitions by some local performers: Rhythm and Grace, Prestonburg Elementary, as well as North and South Magafa. They'll have concessions and T-shirts and all those sorts of things. And it's the first time they've hosted it in several years. They hope you'll come and join them. And while you're there, a quick reminder, trying to help support our dance team. And, of course, it might be a little extra special because I've got a not-so-little girl anymore. Oh, Daddy's heart's breaking, dancing for them. But you can tomorrow, during the dance competition, find a dance team member or someone set up, and they'll be able to give you a chance of winning those 4 UK tickets for UK and Georgia on the 3rd. It all starts tomorrow at noon at the Magafa County High School. Well, things are about to get really busy for a considerable amount of time. I'm referring to the Mountain Parkway expansion project and the widening of Restaurant Row in Magafa County. To add to that point, a field office has been established here in Sagersville, Magafa County. It's open several days of the week. They have set a daily schedule to try to accommodate everyone else's schedule. Should you need any information about the project, the office in and of itself will be open and established here in Sagersville for as long as the widening project is ongoing. Their field office has been set in the Magafa Plaza, and it's in the building where the Appalachian Wireless store used to be. They have since, of course, moved up on the Parkway at the new location there. And this will be the house for, so to speak, for the foreseeable future for the Mountain Parkway expansion office. Now, they are open 6 days a week. I spoke with Marshall Carrier. He's the project manager for the Mountain Parkway expansion. He's going to be in town Tuesday, and we're going to get together and talk more about specifics about why they're there and what information you can gather. But they've asked me tonight to go ahead and let all the residents know that their expansion office is open. And they're going to be open 6 days a week. On Saturdays as well, and one late evening. As construction gets underway, they say they realize a lot of folks are going to have a lot of questions, and this is another way they can help provide that information. They expect it to be a busy place, especially when the Restaurant Row project really starts to get in full swing. On Tuesdays, they're open from 10 in the morning till 7 in the evening, Saturdays 9 till noon, and every other day, except for Sunday, 10 till 2. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 10 till 2, Tuesdays, 10 to 7, Saturdays, 9 till noon. You can call them at 349-8160, and the project has pretty periodic updates on mountainparkway.com. That's mtnparkway.com. We'll be talking to Mr. Carrier on Tuesday, and he'll tell us much more about the office and what they hope to serve as far as with information and availability to its customers. We'll have that on Tuesday. Now, to put the lid on this one for this Friday and for this week, as I'm out the door to catch a little Lady Hornet basketball action. Started off at 25 today, and that 47 degrees with a little bit of sunshine felt very nice. So imagine what tomorrow is going to be like. We still have another cold one to go, though, in the middle of it all. 21 degrees for tonight, mostly clear skies and calm winds. Cold, clear, and calm are the 3 C's for tonight. 21 degrees, but we will enjoy tomorrow ever so much, just enough to be reminded Sunday that winter is still very much alive and well. So tomorrow, we'll see sunshine return, full-blown sunny skies tomorrow, and temperatures right around right now, I have got estimates of 55 degrees on your Saturday. 55. Now, accompanying with that 55 will be winds. We're talking about a light south wind becoming south-southwest, 5 to 10 in the morning, gusts upwards of 17 miles per hour as they build in a little later on in the afternoon. Lows tomorrow night well above freezing, nearly, well, better than many daytime highs lately. The cold front that we've been talking about changing up the weather for Sunday is ahead of schedule, and it's weakening. So actually, by Saturday night after 3 a.m., we'll have a 20% chance of some rain, and then it's not going to be sticking around as much on Sunday. My window is that we're going to see a 40% chance of rain before 3 o'clock on your Sunday. Mostly cloudy skies start to finish, and temperatures colder as a result of this cold front, which, as I said, has lost some of its steam. But 45 on your Sunday, and that low of right around 31 degrees. will take us into Monday, Martin Luther King Day. A lot of folks have the day off. Class is out, 47 degrees, mostly sunny. Temperatures right around the freezing mark, a little bit above Monday night, partly cloudy. Monday is going to be nice. Not going to compare to Saturday, but it's going to be nice. And close to average, 47, mostly sunny, partly cloudy late. Tuesday, we've still got temperatures in the upper 40s, more clouds though, and another shot of some precipitation. It will be in the form of rain. Its temperatures are going to be solidly above the freezing mark, start to finish on your Tuesday. And then into Wednesday, we'll still be in the 40s, but we'll start a downward decline gradually, hitting about 45 on your Wednesday for daytime highs. With that, still cloudy, still a threat of some showers. By Wednesday night, those showers could be from wet to white. It is a possibility. And it's also another possibility, about a 20% chance thereof, of some rain and snow into your Thursday of next week. Temperatures right around the 39-degree mark, and 39 is as low as they go throughout the entire forecast period for daytime highs between now and this time next week. It's not too bad, all in all. Some clouds, some rain, and some snow here and there. Nothing real heavy. But just concentrate on Saturday. That's where we all want to be. Except for me wanting you to be back here with me next Monday night for more of Your News Today. Thank you so much for being with us each and every weeknight. We'll see you back here after what I hope is a wonderful weekend for you all. Good night.